I'm John, a support engineer with strongDM. Today we're going over the strongDM ECS Gateway Installation. First, we'll navigate to strongdm.com/docs and select Install Your Gateway. Then, select ECS Gateways. We'll leave this page open for some commands and references we'll need. Now, in another tab, we'll open our AWS console and we'll start by creating a network load balancer. You can find this under the EC2 page and load balancers. We'll click on Create Load Balancer, then select Create under Network Load Balancer. We'll enter the name of the network load balancer we want to create. Leave it internet facing and address type of IPv4. For network mapping, we'll select the VPC we're using that will contain our ECS gateway and select the availability zone it will be located in. Under listeners, we'll select port 5000. Now, we'll click Create Target Group. On this page, we'll select IP addresses, then give the target group a name. And we'll enter port 5000. Then click Next. For now, we'll leave this page blank and click Create Target Group. Now swap back to the other tab that we were using and select the target group we just created. Now click Create Load Balancer. Click View Load Balancer and copy the DNS name of that network load balancer. Next, we'll open app.strongdm.com. Then we'll select Gateways and Add Gateway. Here, you can enter the name you want to give your gateway, the host name of the network load balancer that it can be reached on, and the port. Now click Create. This will generate a unique key to this gateway. Make sure to copy it, and we'll want to keep it in a secure place. Next, we'll navigate to the ECS page in AWS. Here, we'll select Task Definitions and click Create a new task definition. We'll select Fargate and click Next. Now, we'll give our task a name. Scroll down and select a memory size of 1 GB and CPU size of 0.5. Next, we'll need to add a container definition. Give the container a name. The image URL, which can be found in the docs page, and set a hard limit of 1024 megabytes. And add port 5000. Scroll down to environmental variables and add in SDM relay token with the value of the token we created earlier. You can also add SDM_Dockerized with a value of true so that logs will go to standard out. Finally, click Add. On the task page, we'll scroll down and click Create. With the task definition now created, we can now create our cluster. Click on Clusters and then Create Cluster. Here, we'll select Network Only, powered by AWS Fargate. On this page, we'll enter our cluster name and create. Now click View Cluster, and this will take us directly to the cluster's management page. Let's click on Task and Run New Task. We'll select a launch type of Fargate and the task definition we created earlier. Make sure the number of tasks is set to 1. Now for the VPC. We'll select the one that we want to host the ECS gateway within, and select our private subnet. Select a security group that allows us to communicate with the gateway on port 5000 from anywhere, and set the auto-assign public IP to disabled. Finally, click Run Task. Now that our task is created, let's create the service. Under the Services tab, click Create, select Fargate for launch type, and set your task definition for the one we created. Add a service name, set the number of tasks to 1, and set the minimum healthy percentage to 0 and maximum to 100. Click Next Step, select the cluster VPC, then the private subnet, the correct security group, and set Auto Assign Public IP to Disabled. Under Load Balancing, select the Network Load Balancer, then select the listener port that we set earlier. Now click Next Step. We'll click Next Step again. We'll review and click Create. You should be able to refresh and see that it's provisioning. After waiting and refreshing again, we can see that our ECS gateway is online and running. Return to the admin panel, and you'll see the gateway has come online. Thanks for joining us today, and if you have any issues, feel free to reach out to us at support@strongdm.com.